Hi, welcome back to Let Me Find Your New Home. This is Val with Cassis Realty at Realty One Group, Las Vegas. Is this going to be 2008 again? Is the question that's on a lot of consumers' minds. And I want to start with a quote from Mark Fleming, the chief economist at First American. He says, "Many still bear scars from the Great Recession and may expect the housing market to follow a similar trajectory in response to the coronavirus outbreak. But there are distinct differences that indicate the housing market may follow a much different path. And while housing led the recession in 2008 and 2009, this time it may be poised to bring us out of it." So, what do we know from there? We know that in 2008 and 2009, the housing market was at the epicenter of the downturn of the economic slowdown. And what we know today, entering into this year, the strength of the housing market is well positioned to bring us out of it. So, Keeping Current Matters research team went back and took a look at the housing crash of 2008 and the stock market correction. They found some interesting things. When they looked back at 2008, they saw that Standard & Poor's went through a correction of about 51%. And through that time, in 2007, 8, and 9, home prices depreciated as well. To sum it up, over those 3-year period, cumulative depreciation totaled to just under 20%. And that's what stuck in our heads. That's what consumers or anybody that lived through this in the housing market is what we remember. And yet, when we start to take a look at what's happening today and what was just shared, we start to see a bit of a difference from 2008 and similarity during 9/11. And I want to share this quote from Dave Rosenberg, a chief economist of Gluskin Sheff and Associates. He goes on to say, "What 9/11 has in common with what is happening today is that this shock has also generated fear, angst, anxiety amongst the general public. People avoided crowds then as they believe another terrorist attack was coming and are acting the same today to avoid getting sick. The same parts of the economy are under pressure: airlines, leisure, hospitality, restaurants, entertainment, consumer discretionary services in general." Very similar to what David is saying there, and very similar to what we're seeing today, where people are, our economy had been on pause as people are self-sheltering in place during this time. Next item I want to talk about is housing inventory forecast for Las Vegas. I have here the current housing inventory of Clark County. First thing is current active listing, which is 7,800 homes versus last week's 7,600 homes, an increase of 3%. Second is current year's 7,800 homes versus previous year's total listing of 9,700 homes, a decrease of 19%. Third item is months available. So to make this simple to understand, 6 months is a neutral market. Anything over 6 months is considered buyer's market, and vice versa for anything lower. Today, inventory is at 2.7 months, which makes it a seller's market. Last item is to compare current average sold price versus last year. Last year's average was at $318,000. This year is $336,000, an increase of 6%. It's still early, so we really can't say what the effects are of COVID-19, but we can say that numbers are looking much better than last year. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, share on Twitter, share to your friends on Facebook, Snapchat, and check out my Instagram. Stay awesome. See you later.